going to be answering the question, when should you deep clean your dreadlocks? If you are unfamiliar with what a deep clean is, want to know what it's all about, want to know how to do it, you will find a link to my deep clean tutorial in the description below. Deep cleaning is an undeniably important part of keeping your dreadlocks clean, fresh and happy. Regular shampooing in the shower will remove the day-to-day from the dreadlocks, but a deep clean will soak down and clean to the core, lifting out anything that gets left behind by your regular washing, as well as any soap residue that is being left behind by your shampoo. It's going to leave you with just completely clean, fresh hair that is prime for knotting and locking up. Deep cleans can also fight off dry scalps, dandruff, and even the dreaded dread rot. Okay, so lots of good stuff going on, but when should it be done? The straightforward, blunt, and not really all that helpful answer is that you should deep clean when your hair needs deep cleaning. Just like when you know when your hair needs shampooing, over time you will come to be able to realize when your hair needs a deep clean. The best way that I can describe it is that over time my dreadlocks start to feel tired. Regular shampooing starts to lose its effectiveness. My hair no longer starts to feel as fresh for as long. My hair starts to feel like it needs washing more often. Scalp starts to get a bit more irritated, start to get more dandruff showing up. If I start to notice any of these things, I know that it is time for a deep clean. Now usually I won't actually let my hair get to the point where it screams deep clean me. I keep to a deep clean schedule, so I will deep clean my hair pretty much every 1 to 2 months, on average every 6 weeks. And by deep cleaning my hair at these intervals, I stay well on top of any issues that would otherwise arise. So my hair never really gets to the point where it's like needing to be deep cleaned. Now if you've never deep cleaned before, fear not. When I started out, I didn't even know what a deep clean was. It was a long time before I gave my dreadlocks their first deep clean, and that's fine. It is never too late to start. It is never too late to see the wonders that a deep clean can do for your hair. After a deep clean, my dreadlocks just feel more alive. They're more bendable and flowing. My scalp feels reset. Let's just say it's highly recommended. If my dreadlocks start to get me down, if they're starting to annoy me, if they're like, oh, I don't want to deal with this right now, give them the deep clean and I just kind of fall back in love with them again. They're just sort of what I want them to be. Now, as I mentioned, I do this every 1 to 2 months. Some people do it more often, some people do it less often. It depends on the situation. Different environments may benefit from more or less frequent deep cleaning. Different climates may affect how often they feel like they need deep cleaning. Different job environments may lead to the dreadlocks needing to be deep cleaned more often to remove, the job from the hair. Different people are also going to be washing their hair regularly with different soaps and shampoos, and different soaps and shampoos are going to be required to be deep cleaned more or less often depending on the sort of levels of residue that they may leave behind. This is also dependent on the hardness of the water which they're rinsed with. And of course there's the practical consideration, because you do have to spend 30 minutes with your head in a bucket. So there's no right or wrong answer when it comes to how often you should deep clean the dreadlocks. It comes down to the personal situation. So while I said that it's never too late to start deep cleaning your dreadlocks, many people will ask, is it too early? Hopefully you don't need to deep clean your young dreadlocks when they're still, very young, because hopefully you won't have had any residue build up that would require them to be deep cleaned. When dreadlocks are young and soft, they are usually a lot easier to actually rinse out. So it's not normally of dire importance or anything to get the dreadlocks deep cleaned while they're young, but it is nice for them. It is sometimes nice for your scalp if you're feeling a bit irritated. And as I said, keeping them nice and completely clean is going to help them lock up effectively. The reason you have to be a little bit cautious when it comes to deep cleaning young dreadlocks comes down to the ingredients that go into your deep clean mixture. Mainly the ones that are going to be moisturizing or conditioning. These ingredients can be great for older dreads that are starting to feel a bit dry, a bit tired, dreadlocks that would benefit from being softened up a little bit. But when you've already got soft hair and young dreadlocks that are a little bit loose and not quite together yet, you don't really want to be softening them further, because this can loosen knots and kind of be a backward step. So some things that you may want to watch out for when it comes to deep cleaning young dreadlocks. Apple cider vinegar. This is one of the more basic ingredients for a deep clean. ACV is a cleaner in its own right. It rebalances the pH, it balances against the alkaline bicarbonate that is the basic ingredient for a soak. But ACV can also condition the hair. So if you've got young dreadlocks, you may want to be cautious with the amount of ACV that you rinse the hair with. You may want to dilute it, or you may want to leave it out altogether. You can leave it out altogether, you can just soak with bicarbonate, but if you're going to do this, you're going to want to take care to completely rinse out all the bicarbonate. Because if you just use bicarbonate and you leave your hair in that state without balancing it with the ACV, it can lead to the hair becoming dry and even brittle. So if you're just going to use bicarbonate, you can soak your hair in just a bucket with bicarbonate, but if you're not using the ACV, you're going to want to take lots of care to make sure that you rinse the hair thoroughly afterwards. Though the main things that you're going to want to keep in check when it comes to deep cleaning young dreadlocks are added essential oils. All sorts of essential oils can be added to a deep clean mixture for a whole variety of reasons, ranging from scalp care and dandruff control to mold and insect repellent, moisturization, and even just for scent. But you have to remember, when you're adding these oils into the hair, it's going to moisturize the hair, it's going to soften the hair, and it can loosen up some knots. So you're going to want to be a little bit cautious with this. You're either going to want to be careful with the amount of oil that you add to the soak, or if you're already in a position where you feel like your dreadlocks are on the soft side already and you want to be careful with it and not loosen anything up further, you may want to just keep the essential oils out. Maybe keep the essential oils for your mist spray and wait until you're at the point with the dreadlocks where you're confident that, you know, they can be soaked, they can deal with the essential oils being in the deep clean mixture. Provided that you take these things into consideration, soaking your hair is going to be no more stressful to the dreadlocks than a regular washing, and in fact can actually be more gentle due to the fact that you're just squeezing the dreadlocks out in a bucket rather than scrubbing them under a shower head. That was my video on when to deep clean dreadlocks. If you found this video helpful, useful, informative, if you liked it, you can click the like button. If you'd like to see more videos from me in the future, you can of course subscribe. If you're looking for dreadlocks tips, help, advice, information, guides, tutorials, questions being answered, you can find all my stuff on lazydreads.com. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you again next time. Farewell!